Planet W. What's up, everybody? This is Jay.
Dan here, too.
And we got a good one for you. It's the off-season. There's not a lot to talk about, but we're here. We're grooving for the off-season, trying something a little bit different, switching up the format a little bit, not trying to be so structured. We're just here to groove. We're here to have a good time. We're here to entertain you until the WNBA comes back. And I hope it does come back because, man, they have been having some issues in the CBA negotiation.
Oh, yeah.
They have agreed to extend it by 30 more days before they agree for a collective bargaining agreement. So far, it is a very much collective bargaining disagreement.
Yeah.
They're not having any of what the league is offering the players. And I guess the players can decide any time that we don't need to keep bargaining. We don't need this 30-day extension. We can come to the table and agree to some stuff, which I think kind of tells you that the league ain't offering them shit.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're offering them anything. I think that we might be seeing ourselves... I don't think it's going to be a lockout. I don't think that we're going to see a lockout, but I think it's going to be a very, very interesting off-season.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, like, what do you think's going on there? Do you think it's the revenue share stuff?
I think that's the part where I think they're having such a hard time with, it's what's to come instead of what's behind you, because you don't have much to stand on when it comes to revenue share because the league hasn't been very profitable before.
Yeah.
The way it is now. So I think projecting an income.
But
is
here's the problem, though, is like those numbers aren't public.
Yeah.
So like people say that the WNBA doesn't make any money, but nobody has numbers.
Right.
Like people have guessed and speculated. I personally, like maybe the WNBA as a league might not make money or might not make much, but I feel like the individual teams probably make some decent coin.
Oh, yeah.
So I just don't buy this like they're not a profitable league.
Yeah, they're definitely profitable, especially over the last 2 seasons. I think they probably generated that net worth well above what it has been previously. So
yeah, for sure.
I think that's the thing that the league's probably skeptical about is like, does this continue?
Yeah.
How long does this maintain before we see a drop off?
I think they are kind of looking for consistent viewership before they go, all right, we'll give you a 60% revenue share.
Yeah.
But, I mean, every other major sports league, their revenue share is favored towards the players.
Right.
Like, they pay the players a good revenue share, and the WNBA does not.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I try not to be the sports contract guy. Because then you get into people going, hey, you really think this guy's worth $45 million a year? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's worth $45 million a year. Yeah. But I mean, the only time I ever care about it is when it comes to salary cap.
Yeah.
So it's just weird. I personally think that, yes, if there's money to be given to the players, you should give it to the players.
Yeah.
Because that's your big asset.
Yep.
Not the league, not your teams, it's your players.
Yep.
If your players are ass, no one's going to watch.
True.
So that's the reason why people are watching now is because the mainstream eyes have come to the league and they're going, oh, wow, look, these girls can fucking play.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have people that are casual fans that'll tune in and go, man, I never realized that Sophie Cunningham's so good, man. She's fucking great. And it's like, yeah, dude, she is, but she's not even like one of the better players in the league.
Yeah.
You should pay attention to the rest of the league. You'll be super impressed.
Yeah, for real.
So, I don't know, man. I just think, pay them what you owe them.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. College season starts this week.
Oh,
Are you going to be watching?
Oh, yeah.
You have anything like I don't pay attention to college sports until like some really big shit happens. So I don't know. Is there anything important happening this week?
I don't know. I haven't really paid attention too much. I trying to prepare myself for like Athletes Unlimited too and Unrivaled.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to pay a lot more attention to college this year.
Yeah, and like with the NBA starting, I have that hype too. So I've been trying to not oversaturate myself with basketball, which is typically why I don't pay too much attention to college basketball because it's like, man, I'm already like I'm watching the WNBA and then immediately the NBA, and they just run into each other. It becomes year round, and now I'm paying attention to Unrivaled, Athletes Unlimited, the women's college. It's like, man.
It's a lot at once,
Yeah, it's a lot of basketball. It's a whole lot of basketball going on.
Yeah, especially with the way the NBA has started too already. It's been kind of interesting.
Oh, it's been really interesting. There's been a lot of good stuff. We're going to get into the gambling stuff in a little bit. I think we should wrap up with that. But we have plenty of WNBA stuff to talk about before we talk about the NBA's really shady shit that has happened since we've been gone. Oh, boy. But yeah, we've got some new coaches to announce. That's one thing that's definitely happened since we've been gone.
Yeah.
Sandy Brondello has landed in Toronto.
Hey.
The Toronto Tempo will not suck next year.
Yeah.
They're going to have a hell of a coach. Sandy ain't putting together a team of scrubs.
No.
Yeah, she's putting together a dog squad, and they are, I don't know. Toronto Tempo making the playoffs next year, baby.
You think though it's got to be hard to kind of suck being a new expansion team because think of all the good players who aren't on rosters.
Yeah, you get to pick them all up, and you get to do the Island of Misfit Toys with, and they have something to prove too because it's like, oh, none of these teams wanted me. Well, fuck you. Let me show you what's up.
Yeah, for real.
And then everybody comes calling. Yeah, I mean, look at what happened with that Valkyries roster.
Yeah.
They made some stars.
Mm-hmm.
Like people that were bench players on other teams are now people that are like, oh wow, I need Veronica Burton on my team.
Yeah, Kayla Thornton, Veronica Burton, big, huge, two main huge examples right there.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, Sandy in Toronto fits. That fits really well to me. I think it's gonna be great.
That's what I thought all along. I thought Dallas.
I kind of thought Dallas
really
too.
Heavily.
I really
at first,
did.
But then it made sense for one of the expansion teams to go get her.
Yeah.
It made way too much sense.
Yeah, absolutely. But we also, the other expansion team, the old Portland Fire, they picked up Alex Sarama, who was an assistant coach for the Cavaliers. That's going to be their head coach next year. I mean, that makes sense, an assistant coach in the NBA, so it fits, but it's just, that doesn't excite me.
Right.
There's nothing about that makes me go like, oh, man, because I don't know much about assistant coaches for NBA teams.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about them.
I don't know, but we also got Jose Fernandez, who was the coach of the University of Southern Florida. He will be coaching the Dallas Wings next year. I don't know anything about the guy, so
Me neither.
I wish I could say super excited about what he brings to the table, but I don't know. I don't know about him.
I don't know either.
Sonia Rahman, who was the assistant coach for the New York Liberty, has moved into the Seattle Storm head coaching spot. That's going to be good.
Yeah.
But that just leaves such holes in the New York Liberty. I mean, hell yeah, you got a championship assistant coach moving on to head coaching the Seattle Storm, which they could use some. They could use something. Seattle could use something.
Yeah, they need it
to boost themselves. But who's coaching New York next year?
Yeah,
that's the big one. They're gonna have to get a big coach. I think
they got to do something like it's got to be like a big splash. It has to be.
It's got to be like a former NBA coach. Yeah. It's got to be something.
A big name. It's going to be a huge name. You can guarantee that.
It's going to need to be like maybe a former NBA player or like a former WNBA player.
Yeah.
Kind of like something like they did with like JJ Redd. Maybe they'll be like, hey, Candace Parker, you want to come on and coach the... That would be weird, though.
It's got to be something huge.
Yeah.
I know it. I feel like it's just brewing.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that would be crazy. The Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi come on as like co-coaches. That'd be crazy. That would be like something that I would do in 2K. As soon as the awesome players retire, I go in and get them as my coaches.
Yeah, for real.
Now, fuck that, Shaq. You got to be my head coach now. Can't retire on me. So Chicago will be hosting WNBA All-Star Weekend next year.
Yeah, it's close to home. I like it.
I think we might need to at least make a little trip.
Yeah.
A day trip at least.
Couple hours up the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only a 2-hour drive, an hour and a half if you're feeling frisky,
Yeah.
which I can do that.
Yeah.
I can
for
get it done in
real.
45 minutes if you don't fear for your life. If you have no fear,
Yeah.
I can get it done in 45 minutes.
We're there.
We might do some shoulder driving at 90 miles an hour, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
And just pray to God there's no cops.
I just hope they do like some cool shit at like Navy Pier and shit. You know what I mean? Like at the good like tourist spots.
I think they would. I mean, they're going to definitely deck it out. Seattle. Chicago has a lot better tourist spots than Indianapolis does.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to seeing what it's going to be like. I think we got to spend a day down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of obvious. So the unrivaled rosters are going to be announced soon. They have all the players set, right?
Yeah.
All the players are set. We can go over that at some point. It's not going to be this week. We're going to have a whole off-season show devoted to unrivaled. And we're going to talk about their draft and all of that shit. But you got the Hive and the other
Breeze.
Yeah, the Breeze.
Yeah.
The Breeze. That's a stripper name at a strip club that I went to one time.
For sure.
And I thought that it was really weird.
Breeze might have worked at the Hive.
Yeah.
You never know.
Exactly. But no, that was actually legitimately a true story. I went to a strip club for my first time as like 19-year-old college kid, and one of the strippers' name was Breeze. And I was like, that doesn't sound sexy.
Yeah.
It sounds farty.
Yeah.
Sounds very gassy. I don't know if I want to.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm the
I don't
Breeze.
want to feel the breeze.
Are you the Breeze because you're blowing everybody in here? That might be. Maybe.
Ouch.
Oh, boy. I don't know. But okay, the NBA gambling situation. Let's talk about it. If nobody knows, which if you don't know, that means you have been burying your head in the sand or living under a rock, or you probably just don't pay attention to news. But oh boy, is the NBA in some shit for two different gambling operations, which I think is important to distinguish that these two things aren't actually related. They just came out at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like there's mafia ties into point shaving and stuff like that, but that's not how this whole thing's breaking down.
No.
It seems there are some players, there are some coaches, and things like that have been giving people information of, hey, this player's going to check out before he hits 13 rebounds.
Yeah.
So bet the under. Or this player, we're going to get him up to 22 points and then pull him for the rest of the game. So bet the under.
Yeah.
Or you have players going, hey, man, I'm going to be missing a couple of fucking rebounds this game.
Yeah.
And I know that, I got my bag, but, you're my friend and I want you to get your money. So bet on me. Bet the fucking farm. I'll rig it in your favor. So that's where the point shaving type of weird shit comes from.
Yeah.
And then there's another separate one that ties to the mafia. I mean, we're talking like the Gambino, Genovese crime families, where it's like, I didn't even know they existed anymore.
Yeah, but is the mafia still a thing? Come on.
And the Bonanno crime family is like, you mean the ones that we all heard about?
Yeah.
Like when they were operating and murdering people and shit. So apparently they've been working with former NBA players to rig poker games. But I also think that might be a little bit different than people think that it is too.
Yeah.
Because what they've been doing is it would be stuff like the mob would run these back alley poker games, which let's all be real. If you're a gambler out there, you've been to these illegal poker games before.
Right.
They've been in your cities before. You've gone to some sort of bars or, those social clubs like, Lions, Elks, name your animal club.
Yeah.
They typically have a back room where they do these like little poker games, but one or two of those tables back there are playing with real cash.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to blow up anybody's spot, but those things happen all the fucking time.
Yeah.
All the time. So the mob organized some of these things and they rigged them with like marked cards that you could see with infrared glasses.
Oh.
They had like RFIDs, like tags inside the cards with like little readers that told people what they were.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Spy cameras and shit. And then they would invite these high profile former athletes to these games to basically bring in the high rollers. Hey, you want to play with Kevin Garnett?
Yeah.
You want to play with Chauncey Billups?
Yeah.
You know, there's all of these people. And so these guys have been getting railed for that when really all they've been doing is just showing up to illegal poker games that they've been invited to by their buddies. They probably didn't even know that they were rigged. They probably just thought that they were going and playing some cards, which some people don't even know that that shit's illegal. But yes, if you invite 4 of your friends over and you set up in your kitchen and you guys all bet $100 on poker, winner takes all,
it's illegal.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
You can actually go to jail for that. I'm not saying that it's bad. I don't think it's bad at all. I've done it a million fucking times in my life.
Me too.
But I just, you know,
maybe
that is an illegal thing. I don't do it anymore. These are all alleged. This is all scripted entertainment for radio purposes, law enforcement listening out there.
Yeah. My play's 8:00 tomorrow.
This is theater of the mind. This doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
But it's a $25
buy-in
small blind with a $50 large blind.
Yeah.
And it's a $10,000 minimum buy-in. You have to be here at 7:00. Send an email address. Send an email to this weird email address. We did on my other podcast, Universe of Weirdos. I do this other podcast called a little series on there called Wrestling with Criminals. We covered a man named Disco Inferno who did the exact same thing. It was, you know, invite a bunch of people over to play poker, and it was just like where they fucked up was like they started doing it correctly. It was like you heard about this game on like a poker player message board, and then you would send them a private email with like links to all of your social medias and shit. So like they would go and vet you, and then you would get an invite, and then you had to pay a $10,000 deposit to even walk in the door.
Yeah.
And then they gave you your chips. So like they were doing that correctly, and then it all broke down when they just had a fuckload of people pulling up in a neighborhood and just like parking on the lawn and shit. And like all these accountants and fucking lawyers and shit were going, why does it look like Joe's hot car lot out there? Maybe I should call the cops and see what's going on every Monday at this home. So these guys always end up fucking up and getting caught. And I mean, this is a big one, man. That's high tech shit, dude. You can't trust that shit at all anymore. I knew that online poker was shady because I used to grift motherfuckers on online poker. Me and my roommates in college would get out our laptops, sit next to each other on a couch, and all join the same poker game. And we would go, hey, what do you have? What do you have? What do you have? And we would have a 3-7 advantage.
Yeah, facts.
And the single table tournaments paid out the top 3 spots. Guess who got the top 3 spots every time? The 3 guys that were working together and reading each other's laptops while they just sat there.
Yeah.
So like it was always weird to play online poker when you knew that was a grift that could happen. And now that I know this, I don't want to go to any fucking poker games ever.
No.
Like I don't want to bet any real money, significant money on anything anymore. Like, all that shit's rigged.
Yeah.
You know that on like the online gambling stuff is fucking rigged now, like all of the point spreads and all of that shit.
Yeah.
I can't trust any of it anymore. It's all mobbed up to try to fucking get your money.
Yeah.
Ill-gotten gains. That's our biggest export here in fucking America.
For real.
Stealing your shit.
Any way to take what you got.
And then we had the audacity in this country to talk shit on like Nigeria and like, you know, those Indian phone scammers and all those pieces of shit. Anyway, hey, come to my game. Look, $5,000. You come, you get to meet Kevin Garnett, you know. Can you believe these Nigerian scammers? Like, fuck you. The audacity. Why can't we just say all humans across the board have the ability of being colossal pieces of fucking garbage? I don't know, man. That's just a lesson right there, though. If we ever end up going to a poker game together again, we know that if we see Kevin Garnett there,
I'm out.
Uh-oh. Hey, look, Shaq's sitting at that table. We should probably just leave. Let's get a picture with Shaq and then get out of here.
Yeah, do you guys want to play with Reggie Miller today? No, I don't.
Which leads me to the big question, the big tie-in, since this is Planet W, and we're here to talk about the WNBA, not the NBA. What are the chances with the small salaries, and we're in the midst of CBA negotiations, and all of this stuff is making big headlines about how players could easily throw stuff to throw off betting props and maybe make an extra coin on the side when you're only paying me 20 fucking grand a season.
Yeah.
What are the possibilities that this could happen in the WNBA?
Yeah, it's very high, I think.
It would be very, very high.
Yeah.
That's another feather in your cap for these CBA negotiations. If you pay this person, say, 200 grand instead of 20 grand, she might not throw a fucking rebound or miss a wide open shot on purpose.
Man, you know how many times I've been like one rebound short or something like that of hitting a big prop?
It makes you suspicious. Yeah. It makes you a little bit suspicious.
Yeah.
Especially because sometimes when you look at the prop bets, you're like, dude, Jonquel Jones is going to get at least 5 rebounds.
Yeah, for real.
Like, of course she is. Why wouldn't you bet the over on that? And then you get fucked. And you're like, I don't know what happened there. And it could come from anywhere. It could come from the player doing it intentionally. It could come from the coach polling them. It could come from somebody on the medical staff going, hey, you're not cleared to play this game, bro. You got to sit out. There's some swelling in that ankle. It could come from so many different places. And that's why I think that it's a big NBA, it's a basketball problem, I think. I firmly think you're going to start hearing about some questionable WNBA stuff. If they start looking into it,
oh, yeah.
I think you're going to start seeing some questionable stuff. I mean, look at the awful referee calls.
Yeah.
You think maybe, possibly, gambling could have maybe, allegedly, possibly, anything that I can also say to not get sued, maybe have something to do with that?
Yeah.
Because it might.
It very well could be. I mean, we've seen our fair share of shitty officiating.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why I think that it's a big basketball problem instead of like other big sports. Like, you know, I don't think that you can really have it happen too much in the NFL. I think you could have shitty referee calls that would throw games one way or another.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard for like, what, the defensive tackle's going to just like let someone through intentionally in hopes that maybe it throws. Now, it's easier to do in basketball. It's hard to do in baseball. It's hard to do in soccer. It's hard to do in football.
Yeah.
But it's easy to go, hey, look, there's some betting lines on me not making my next shot. So I'm going to say I rolled my ankle and I'm going to sit out the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And then my friends at home are all going to make $20,000.
Yeah. It's easy to chuck a shot up too hard and make it come off the iron. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and I mean,
still make it look good.
And obviously, the big talking point, the hack talking point that everybody is bringing up is, you know, tying professional sports and gambling companies together like this, like having them in such a tight bonded sponsorship style type of marriage really doesn't help with the culture surrounding the old prop bets and the parlays and all of that stuff, because now players understand how serious it is for some people.
And it's associated to every league. Like you see FanDuel sponsors this and DraftKings sponsors that and Bettor sponsors this and whatever other gambling platform sponsors everything.
Yeah, and one of my favorite things about this is when ESPN was reporting on this, they were talking about it, and as they were talking about it, there was this ESPN bet banner at the bottom of the screen, and then halfway through them talking about it, it just mysteriously disappeared. Hey guys, it might be in bad taste to have the gambling banner up there while we're talking about gambling. Take it down.
Meanwhile, in the NBA, Chauncey Billups got arrested for gambling, but if you put in $50 on ESPN Bet, we will match your first deposit.
Who's putting in a prop bet on the over-under of who gets busted next? Go ahead. Who's going to be fired next? Is it going to be a coach? Is it going to be a player? I don't know, but you got 2-for-1 odds. deposit $5 and get $50 in free bonus bets.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I heard something, and tell me if you know anything about this. If not, we can gloss easily over it. Somebody on one of their promos things of like, if you hit this, we however X your money.
Yeah.
They won like $60,000 on a bet where like it's because they, we will 5 times your whatever. And then the app didn't let them cash it out.
Yeah.
It was like, but I won $60,000. No, you have to use it on bets.
You have to, yeah. If you use like your free bet, you can't cash it out until you use that amount of money on bets.
Yeah. It seems,
so like if you win $250,000, you have to bet $250,000 to get $250,000 back.
Can you bet the $250,000 that you just won on the game being played?
It's like you can't cash out the free money.
I'm going to go ahead and make another bet then of this $250,000 that the clock will start at some point.
Yeah.
And then you can just pay me my money back and then it's legal, I guess. I don't know.
I'll have to come up with a name, but I've seen the other one now where you can just bet on random things like the price of eggs, the price of gas going up. It's not even sports related.
Just prop bets on anything.
Yeah, you can bet like
will you cut your finger today on a paper cut?
Yeah, you can bet weird stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Gambling is, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just going to be gambling and porn.
Yeah.
It's going to be the only avenues of making money in the future.
Welcome to the movie Idiocracy.
OnlyFans and DraftKings. That's it. That's all. The only ways you can make money. Where do you work? Amazon, OnlyFans, or DraftKings? Where do you work? I don't know. But I think that's going to be it for us for this wonderful, wild, and wonderful episode of Planet W. Cue the music, baby.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Again, you can find us on all of your social medias. We're on Facebook. We have a Facebook fan group,
That's
damn
right.
it. Planet WNBA, a Planet W fan group. Find us on there. Join in on the discussions. I am on Twitter /X. I am jcraft247. You can find me on there. Also, the show is on Instagram, Planet WNBA. Also, Feverville317 on Instagram. That's Dan's personal Instagram. Is it Feverville317 on TikTok?
That's right.
You're damn right it is.
That's right.
And aside from that, if you guys could do us a favor, rate, review, subscribe, give us 5 stars, thumbs up. Tell all of your friends. Let them all know what a great, wonderful, and entertaining WNBA podcast this is. We're not trying to be the most informative. We're not trying to break news. We're not trying to bring you the advanced stats. We're just trying to make you laugh and talk about the WNBA at the same time. I hope this one was fun. Go out there and put a bet on something.
Yeah.
That's going to be it for us, guys. Check out Universe of Weirdos. Me and Dan just did one on there of
do that.
Some dummies getting fired for some dumbass shit. So go check it out, and we will see you next time. Peace. Blasting off.